What's up, guys? On the desk here from the Strong and Family Money Show. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I read an article about Southwest Airlines and how they are upsetting everybody in the airline game. Stick around and find out why. I usually upload these by themselves on as parents, and you not have a plan, YouTube and your Disney Plus and all that stuff on your computer, right? You can use, and when you're in a caloric deficit, to try to. So, Southwest Airlines in general, they started out, servicing a small area. I believe it was in Texas. The the guy who started it saw, he was their commuter airline, right? And for the most part, their bread and butter is commuters, right? You go to Burbank Airport here in California, and it's basically a Southwest terminal. People, I've done it for my job, right? I got to go up north for a meeting or to visit with somebody, right? And they are not vacationers that are mostly in the airport. They're business people, and for the most part, it's people visiting their family. I got to go from Texas to California, and I just want to get there, right? But for the most part, it's commuters, right? Business people, people who live where they work during the week, and then they fly home on the weekend, right? So that was their bread and butter, and they did that, and they grew their business by kind of floating under the radar, going after those kind of people and saying, we're really not no frills. We're a no frills airline. We just want to get you where you want to go. And they slowly started adding places, Hawaii, and but not on a large scale. They understand where their place is, and they fit there pretty well. And they've been pretty successful at it. So the article talks about how everyone's upset, and by everyone I mean other larger airlines, that Southwest is showing up in other locations. So they understand that during the pandemic that traveling is down, right? So they, like everyone else, have flights that are not at capacity, or traveling is down in general. So there are some airlines who have decided to call this year. They've decided that this year is totally hampering their business, which it is, and they can't do anything about it. And they want help from whoever can help them, right? But what it looks like Southwest is doing is they understand that, let's say they have 10 planes at this airport, and traveling out of the airport is down for everybody by this amount. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 planes, and we're going to move them to this new airport that we don't usually fly out of, but because they're not being used, we're going to see what happens when we put our 3 planes there. So they've been slowly creeping into other markets, taking whatever little market share they can from the competitors that were already there, and this is upsetting the people whose markets they're showing up in. For whatever reason, they think this is bad form on Southwest part, for trying to take advantage of a situation where other people are not being successful, or their success is being diminished because of what's going on, and they're trying to take whatever piece of the pie they can to try and pad their bottom line, right? And I'm sure, of course, they also understand that this year is not going to be the same for them also, but they're doing other things to try and soften the blow of what's going on. It also said that in general they had taken out less debt than most other their competitors. That just goes along with the type of company that they were, that they're kind of small, relatively speaking, and there are others that are smaller that are more of a discount airline, but I think they have their niche as well. But if you look at what's going on, this is basically, and during this time is a perfect example. This is what we all should be doing. There are a lot of people that are at home for whatever reason during the pandemic, right? They're at home, they're not working, everything's slow, right? We all should be looking for opportunities to grow what we're doing, to see where they can serve people that aren't being served. And most people do think of that as like or if you do that and you want to make money off of it, that is bad intentions on your part. But so if you're not working right now, and you have a lot of time on your hands, I understand that you're not happy about it or not in a good place mentally. But there's nothing stopping you from going out and saying, my friends are always complaining about this, right? And you have the skills to, or this person does it for me, but they're don't do it the way that I think it should be done, or it's kind of 80% of what I want. And so there's nothing stopping you, if you're able to do it, to go sneak in there and say, I can do that also, and I can do it better, and I can do that extra 20% that you're looking for, right? There's nothing stopping you from saying, taking a step back. And basically this article is all about taking a step back, surveying what's going on around you, and understanding that you can make a decision to make an improvement, to grow your base of knowledge, or the tools in your toolbox to still make money for yourself, and even with all that's going on around you. So I've taken this time to assess what I'm doing and what direction I'm going and what I have to learn. For a while there, voluntarily, I was working the night shift, and I used the daytime to study for my real estate license. I learned a little bit of coding, started this vlog YouTube channel, right? So you basically have to, and it's an old saying and some people think it's cheesy, but you have to basically look for the silver lining of what's going on and everything that you consider to be bad and what's going on around you, and use it to your advantage, right? Everybody's slow right now. There's nothing stopping you from taking advantage. Taking advantage might be a bad term, but taking advantage of what's going on around you, so you can make a move to make money for your family, increase your income in some way by doing something you think people need right now, and understanding that this is just a bump in the road, and it may give you the opportunity to change direction or completely change course on your life and what you're doing. So anyway, every cloud has a silver lining. Southwest is pissing everybody off. This is on the Death from the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.